super, everything about the event industry is so competitive and so cutthroat. And I feel like some of the hotels, you know, not naming any names, but like MGM or Caesars or some of those.
Who we love.
No, and I'm sure you guys work with them all the time.
Yeah.
But do they? I mean, because they want everything for themselves. So is there anything that like irritates you about how they do business, or how they or has it been a positive experience with these big corporation type? I mean, how does that?
Yeah, no,
I'm not trying to start a fire or anything, but
I think that it's a valid question, but I think that there's things that hotels will touch, and then there's things that they don't want anything to do with because it's not worth the return for them. Like, you know, I always feared when we were in the DMC industry, you know, there are certain hotel chains here that have like arms for decor and entertainment, you know, and
oh, absolutely.
Right.
I mean, which is why I asked the question. Yeah.
And so you always had to be careful about that, but it's like for staffing, none of them do it because there's not for billion-dollar companies, they're not, the return on it is, it doesn't make sense to them, and it's extremely time consuming. Yeah. So, you know, we've actually been blessed because a lot of the people that we worked with through the years, you know, the people in, you know, the CSMs or catering managers, like they introduce us. So we are very fortunate to have really great relationships with a lot of the hotels across the strip. And so it's a positive experience for us. But it's a total valid question. And it is competitive. And that was another reason it was so, everyone I knew was opening a new DMC, and it was just like,
I know. I mean, that's like crazy. I mean, everybody wants their own DMC. It's like whatever everybody wants. And then, I mean, I've noticed just from the events that I've done, you know, talking to like people from MGM, and like I know all these people, and I've known them for years, and they're just going, you know, balls to the wall with trying to do everything themselves and just cutting out the DMCs, the local DMCs, you know, like hosts and, you know, destinations by design and all of those, you know.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. There's some things that changed in our whole industry. What is referred to as a third party. So a third party usually will hire a DMC to handle the local components. There was some things that happened in the third party world with hotel commissions, and a large brand decided to reduce the commission amount. And so all of a sudden we started to feel the ramifications from it, because when they used to source everything through a DMC, like now they were sourcing some things on their own. And so it was cutting out revenue on our end, you know, in our past world.
Sure.
So it's just, you're right. It's a really competitive world, but if you're good, you'll make it, you know? That's...
It sounds like you guys have found a really cool niche. I mean, and this is the town to do it in, that's for sure, you know.
It is. I read something like, what makes a staffing company successful? And the two things they said was, one, be in a market that uses temporary staffing, and two, find your niche. And we truly have. Like,
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys came by.
Thank you for having us.
And Hadco Staffing Solutions, you look out for that company.
Thanks, Dave. We love you.
Yeah, and so I guess we're signing off now. So say goodbye, girls.
Bye.
Goodbye. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We're thankful for you. Thank you.
Oh, well, I'm thankful for you to come over. I was looking forward to talking to you guys. So.
Us too.
All right, Executive Blonde, signing off.